How is it legal to have those extremely bright headlights on cars? It's so frustrating to have those brighter than 10,000 suns lights barreling towards me or behind me. On the highway, it can't be safe to obstruct the visibility of other cars this way. How is this legal? Shouldn't the manufacture of these be banned? My biggest issue is if they are behind you and the road isn't perfectly level. It looks like they are constantly flashing their brights at you over every bump they take. God help you if you have a normal height vehicle too. Driving in a VW Golf has come to mean that those headlights are at exactly eye level, both oncoming and directly into your rearview mirror. It's made all the worse by tailgating, which also appears to be universal behavior by jerkasses in large pickups and SUVs. It's as if a vehicle type has become part and parcel of antisocial personality disorder and OCD all at once. I grew up believing if I drove with my brights on I'd get a ticket. Now standard headlights are 10x brighter than the brights used to be. A few months ago, J.D. Power said it will not give 4-star safety ratings for any vehicle with those headlights. Not safe for oncoming. Can only hope they hold to it. Rented a car in the U.S. The dim lights were so bright that it fully illuminated the road for about 1/6 of a mile. The brights were so bright that it illuminated the sides of the road by about 500 feet and the road by about 1,000 feet. I have astigmatism. Not bad, but it's there. Anytime some dickwad with their high beams is driving nearby, I go into panic mode cause that's really hard to see. I feel like car manufacturers got together and asked, how can we fuck over anyone with an astigmatism? More to the point, why is it legal to not have your headlights properly aimed? I'm starting to see super bright brake lights. What's up with that? Sometimes it's not because they're too bright, but because they're mis-aimed. Teslas blind me every single time. It's a height issue too. Those huge fuck-off trucks they're making now have their headlights right at normal car drivers' eyes level for some reason. When the lifted pickup behind you during the day is blinding you with their headlights, it's too bright. It's legal if the manufacturer put them on. It would be illegal in many cases to add them to your vehicle that didn't come from the factory that way. Yep. It's as stupid as that sounds. And yes, I'm with you op. As a person with an astigmatism, driving at night with these fucked up light choices these dumbass politicians allow is getting harder. Like we have purple lights on one highway. It's so bad it's like driving blind for 4 miles of highway. I'm not sure why we are playing games with street lighting and car lights. But I hope the people who are playing these games suffer the inevitable tragedy these will cause themselves. I was just thinking this today as I was driving to work tonight, and every other oncoming vehicle had me about driving off the side of the road due to blindness. In Australia, fog lights and high beams cannot be used unless circumstances permit. How about those asshats with the big LED bars on the bumper of their oversized pickups? I feel bad as my 2015 Corolla has headlights that are brighter than the sun, and the high beams of which there are 2 settings can either be brighter than the sun or seen from high Earth orbit. Newer cars come stock with very bright lights. I have people flash their brights at me with my stock, properly aimed headlights. So I stick to the daytime running lights, which are bright enough for in town at night. I flashed my high beams back once at someone and it was bright. Our GT86 does this. Sorry everybody. Totally legal. And expensive to replace. The key is proper aiming. Most people have no clue how to aim them properly. They're actually governed by max output laws. But today's LED and projector lights are more efficient than the old incandescent. They're supposed to get readjusted for max height at a distance when people jack up their vehicles, etc. But that never seems to happen either. It also doesn't help that your eyes get weirdly light sensitive as you age, either, i.e., making nighttime driving more interesting. TLDR, I agree with you. Bought a new truck this year, and while I love having great lighting on backroads, I feel like such a prick when I am stopped behind someone and just know my low beams are blinding them in their side mirror and possibly through the back window. I've asked mechanics to take a look at the alignment and they've checked. I will say that they're very nice to have when living in a place with no streetlights and regularly commuting at 4 a.m. when traffic is sparse. The high beams have saved me from a few deer strikes. One way to combat this is by not staring into the headlights. I was taught when driving to look towards the same side ditch when passing an oncoming car at night, and it makes a ton of difference. We by default stare at the bright spot and have to train ourselves to avert our eyes. I don't know, but it shouldn't be. I notice it a lot less now that I drive in SUV. Before I definitely noticed. Not sure if it is a phenomenon elsewhere, but now folks with regular headlights are always driving with high beams on. Just started in last couple years. Perhaps a response to all the new vehicles. It ain't just trucks with the Supernova Omatic 2000 LED lights. It used to be illegal. Your headlights had to pass how bright or dim they were on inspection. I guess cops can't be bothered to give tickets to everyone. No reason to have such bright lights in well-lit areas. Seems like the laws made are just suggestions. They pick and choose what they want to enforce. The easy target. FR. No joke. Gotta wear sunglasses when driving at night sometimes because the oncoming headlights and some traffic lights are blinding. I just throw my hazards on and go slow as fuck since they want to be a fucking hazard to my vision while I drive. Seriously. Like EMA get a ticket for driving W my brights, but MFs can have low beams that cross 4 lanes and a median? Don't make no sense. I was thinking this just last night. There was someone behind me with those headlights, and I literally couldn't see the road in front of me. You can cut the glare by flipping your rear view mirror, but there is nothing you can do about it hitting the side mirror. It is like driving along with a powerful flashlight pointed at your face. It's also really bad with oncoming traffic, because the light seems to dazzle you in a way that conventional headlights don't. This is so dangerous. I can't believe it's legal. I'd wager that in a lot of these cases it's aftermarket lights that were poorly installed adjusted. Modern headlights have definitely gotten brighter, but combined with proper adjustments and auto high beam features, can be somewhat mitigated. What frustrates me even more are all the cars with 3 of 4 brake lights being burned out only work in the running light mode, especially when the only functional one is also tied to the turn signal that they've inevitably had on for the last 3 miles. If those super bright lights are legal, then so should busting them with a hammer. Cries in Miata. All headlights hurt. I think I read a while back that the problem isn't the LEDs themselves but that they aren't aligned properly. They should be facing down more. Often it's not. They sell replacement bulbs that are more powerful than stock, and some of them are actually only meant for off-roading, and if a cop pulled that car over and actually went through the trouble of checking the bulbs, that person would get a ticket. But on modern cars it's a pain in the ass to get to the bulbs. I have to remove my coolant tank and window washer liquid tank to replace the right one and the battery to replace the left. Too often the lights would not be blinding you if the elevation was properly adjusted. If I can see my own car shadow over top my headlights. Yours are way too bright. Like okay cool. I guess I'm driving with your headlights now.